Why?
I mean, it's hard to explain. You're standing on my spot.
I'm doing what?
My spot, mine, you're standing on it.
I'm standing on your spot.
Yes, exactly.
You sure you're all right?
Yes. I mean, no, not as long as... Look, I really need to stand on that spot, okay? I was late this morning, you see, and, well, I've always stood on that spot. And now you're standing on that spot, and I can't stand there as long as you're standing there.
Are you crazy?
Is that a serious question?
Yes, very. Are you nuts or what?
No, at least not yet. I know it's a strange request, and I know I must seem out of my mind to you, but you've gotta help me with this. I wait here every morning. I think about things. I work things out, you know. And well, once you become accustomed to living so much of your life in a certain spot, to suddenly come along and see someone else standing there, it's a shock. It throws you off your stride, if you know what I mean.
Did you have it marked or something?
Marked? Of course not. That would be ridiculous. It's not like I own the property or anything. Everybody knows it's my spot.
I didn't.
Are you new here?
No, just early. I decided, and who knows why we do these things, but I decided to come stand here.
On this one. Oh, that explains it. I'm late. You're early, and, well, we've probably been sharing the same spot for years, and I didn't even know it.
No.
Huh?
No, I usually stand over there, but this morning, it seemed like such a beautiful morning, I just thought I'd come and stand here. To this spot.
My spot.
I'm sorry, but it's not your spot. Spots are free. They're community property.
Look, that's my spot, okay? It's not like you can't stand somewhere else. It's important to me.
This is getting more ridiculous by the minute.
You don't understand. I've lived so much of my life in this spot. I've planned things. I've thought about my future there. I've dreamed dreams there. My family often comes here with me. I just don't feel comfortable anywhere else.
Your family comes here with you, and you all stand on this spot? Isn't that crowding things up a bit?
Well, not all of us actually on this spot. They all have their little spots around my spot. Sometimes the kids will run off, but they always come back here. It's a family thing. You're standing on a family thing.
I am not. Spots are free for the taking. Look, tomorrow you'll be earlier, I'll be later, and we won't have to worry about it.
If that spot isn't special, why do you insist on standing there?
Well, frankly, it's because you're making such a thing of it. I didn't care where I stood until you come along and insist I get off your spot. Sometimes we just get tired of being pushed around. Surely you can understand that.
Of course I can understand that, but this is such a piddly little issue. I mean, after all, standing on a spot, it's not like I'm ordering you off of it.
You aren't?
No. Yes, I am. Get off of my spot.
I won't.
I'll make you.
You'll what?
I'll make you get off of my spot. Look, here's another spot. I'll clean it up for you. I'll make it better than the spot you're on. I'm going out of my way to make you happy. Can you see that?
I see you rubbing the ground. I see you making a fool of yourself.
Why are you doing this to me? Why do you want to hurt me like this?
I don't want to hurt you. Look, it's almost time to go. Surely you can hold out that long.
I can't hold out that long.
Look, I'm not a mean person. I don't mean to hurt you. But if I let you stand here, that somebody else comes along and tells me to get off their spot, then where will it end? When I say, no, I shall not be moved.
no one's gonna come along and...
You did.
I'm different.
You don't have to tell me that.
I can't take it anymore! That feels good. Yes. Finally, I can breathe now. I never knew how good my spot felt until I was off of it. I suppose I should thank you.
You hurt me.
I'm sorry, I really am. I've never done anything like that in my life. Believe me, I'm not a violent person.
Was it worth hurting me to get your spot back?
Someday we'll meet here again. I'll get my spot first. I can explain these things to you. You can't believe how terribly sorry I am. It really has nothing to do with you. It's just between me and my spot. What's the matter? Oh, don't do that. Don't take it like that. Really, it has nothing to do with you. It's really nothing to do with you. Please, say something. I feel awful. I'll do anything you want. Almost. But I can't give you the spot. Do you understand I can't do that?
Yes.
Then please don't.
Oh, keep your spot. It's not that important to me. Not that spot anymore.
Then why were you...
Be lucky you have one. No, never have. I lied to you. I knew that was your spot. I've watched you. I don't think you ever noticed it. No. Why should you? Nobody does when they're on their spot. You were happy. I've seen you dream your dreams there.
I never noticed.
Why should you? You were on your spot. You were content.
Look, I really had no idea.
I appreciate your sympathy, really, but I can't take it. It embarrasses me. It's bad enough not to have a spot, and I've talked about it all I care to. It's really nothing new. I've dealt with it for a long time. It's an old thing.
You've never had a spot?
End of conversation, okay?
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know, but I'll get back.
This is the worst day of my life.
Well, on one thing, it's something people like you ought to know. I mean, you'll be better off for knowing, but for me, it's really like any other day.
I can't stand to hurt people.
Do you see what you're doing? You're still thinking of yourself. I'm really not being critical. It's just something people like you ought to know. And hey, if it makes you more sensitive to the next guy standing on a spot somewhere, then it's gonna do it.
I can't enjoy this spot now. I can't enjoy this spot now.
Sure you can. Just take a deep breath and forget you ever met me.
You're saying I'm too callous to even remember you? You think this hasn't affected me?
Look, you're not a bad person, but I do know people. You're just about average. Look, enjoy your spot, okay?
I feel empty.
Yeah, well, you are, for the moment. But you'll survive. You'll get by, my friend.
Will I ever see you again?
Every day.